I'd been counting down to my cousin Rachel's wedding for months. The plan was simple. Fly from Denver, Colorado to Burlington, Vermont, rent a car, and drive an hour north to the small lakeside town where the ceremony would take place. My suitcase was packed with a carefully chosen dress, a pair of shoes that wouldn't destroy my feet, and a folder with the speech I'd been nervously practicing. Everything was going perfectly, until it wasn't. Just as passengers began lining up to board, the gate agent's voice came over the intercom. Ladies and gentlemen, due to severe weather conditions in the Northeast, Flight 627 to Burlington has been canceled. I blinked at the board as if staring hard enough might make the word canceled change back to on time. The agent continued, "We will work to rebook passengers on the earliest available flights. Please see a representative at the desk." A groan rolled through the terminal. People immediately began pulling out their phones, pacing, and queuing up at the counter. I joined the line, already checking the weather. A snowstorm was sweeping across New England, grounding flights left and right. When it was finally my turn, the woman at the desk gave me a sympathetic look. "Earliest I can get you out is tomorrow evening." I sighed. "Any chance there's a hotel nearby?" She tapped at her keyboard. "Airport hotels booked solid. Let me check if the airline has any room block left," she frowned. "Only one left. And this is unusual, it's a shared double room. We're pairing stranded passengers." A shared room? With a stranger? I hesitated. "I'll take it." The shuttle to the hotel was packed with tired travelers. My seatmate was a man in his early 30s, with dark hair, a neatly trimmed beard, and a laptop bag slung across his shoulder. He was flipping through a well-worn paperback, completely oblivious to the chaos around him. When the driver announced we'd reached the hotel, everyone filed out into the biting wind. I followed the crowd to the front desk, gave my name, and received a key card. The clerk smiled apologetically. "Your roommate has already checked in. Room 214. I pushed open the door to find the man from the shuttle setting his bag on the other bed. He looked up, just as surprised as I was. You're my roommate?" "Looks like it," I said, trying to sound casual. "I'm Claire." "Ethan," he replied, offering a hand. "Guess we're both victims of the Great Northeast Snowstorm." The room was standard airport hotel fare. 2 double beds, a desk, and a small bathroom. I tossed my bag onto the bed by the window, feeling the odd weight of the situation. Ethan must have sensed my unease because he said, "Don't worry, I'll stay on my side of the room. I'm just going to answer some emails and then crash." We settled into an awkward silence, me scrolling through my phone, him typing away. Outside, snowflakes swirled under the glow of the parking lot lights. Around 7 p.m., my stomach growled. "Want to grab something from the lobby cafe?" I asked, partly to break the silence. He shrugged. "Sure. Better than microwaving ramen." Over sandwiches and hot tea, we began to talk. Ethan was a freelance photographer heading to a wildlife assignment in Maine. He'd been working on a series about coastal conservation and had just wrapped a project in Arizona. When I told him about my marketing job in Denver, he grinned. "So you're the kind of person who makes people like me look good to the public?" "Something like that," I said, laughing. By the time we finished eating, the initial awkwardness had started to fade. Back in the room, the wind howled outside. Then around 9 p.m., the lights flickered and went out. "Great," I muttered. Ethan pulled a small flashlight from his bag. "Part of the travel survival kit," he explained. With no power and no Wi-Fi, we sat cross-legged on our respective beds, talking by flashlight. He told me about photographing bald eagles in Alaska, sleeping in tents so cold he had to keep his camera batteries inside his sleeping bag to stop them from freezing. I told him about the time a marketing campaign I'd worked on went viral for all the wrong reasons, and how we'd managed to turn it around. The hours slipped by faster than I expected. Just after midnight, there was a knock on the door. A hotel employee stood in the hallway, handing out blankets and bottles of water. "Power might be out until morning," she explained. "Let us know if you need anything." I took the blanket, grateful for the extra warmth. Ethan chuckled. "Guess this is officially an adventure now." I woke to the sound of Ethan pulling the curtains back. "Snow stopped," he said, glancing at the view. The parking lot was buried under a thick white blanket, sunlight bouncing off the drifts. We checked our phones. The power was back, flights were resuming, and both of us had rebooked departures that afternoon. We grabbed breakfast in the lobby, still half laughing about the strange chain of events that had led to sharing a room. At the shuttle, we shook hands. "Safe travels, Claire," he said. "You too, Ethan. Good luck with the Eagles." He smiled. "And good luck with your cousin's wedding." I boarded my flight a few hours later, thinking about how quickly strangers can become, well, not friends exactly, but people you'll remember. A week after I got home, an envelope arrived in the mail. Inside was a postcard with a photo of a bald eagle in flight. On the back, in neat handwriting, it read, "From Maine. Thanks for making a Snowdon night a little less boring. Ethan." I pinned it to my fridge. A small reminder that sometimes, unexpected situations bring the most unexpected connections.